Hello and welcome to Good Morning Nintendo, where we come together every week to talk about video game news in the industry and what we've been playing. As always, I'm Dane, joined by my wonderful co-host,
Dominic?
and let's so just a little bit of housekeeping before we get too far into it. I have not posted a video last week. We encountered technical difficulties while we were trying to record. So I am sorry that we missed a week, but we're back at it like a bad habit. And so let's just get into things this week. First, let's go do our usual segment of what you've been playing, what you've been up to, what you've been spending time with this week.
Really? Just 3D World.
Just
Um, so if you don't know, to truly 100% 3D World. So essentially this is what happens. You finish the game, and you open up a Star World, and there's four worlds in Star World. The last one has a monster house that's just like that's so time consuming. There's so many green stars in that. The last Toad level and Champions Road. So that's really, in my opinion, that's where you 100% it. So each of the post game worlds you beat, you get a star on your file select screen. And if you, this is so, I'm not doing this because like it does nothing. So, but if you truly want 100% the game, you have to reach the flagpole with every playable character in every single stage. And all it does is add a fifth star to your save file.
Yeah, and if you do it without using like the shiny Tanuki suit or whatever, you get it like you get shining stars on it. So like
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's just like that seems like a bit much. I mean like if you want to play the game and you want to if you I mean I that's just not something I'd be into. I would get like every green star, but like the
Yeah, that's what I'm
flagpole
doing.
seems like such a weird collectible.
Yeah, I've got I'm missing like five stamps. I'm gonna get all the stamps, all the green stars, and play every single stage. And not only have I played every single stage, but I'm getting all the green stars, all the stamps, and all the stages. And I've touched the top of the flagpole in every single stage. So to me, once I finish with the last world, that's gonna be 100% for me. I'm not literally just replaying with the other, like it literally just adds one star, and then I have to go back in and get some more shine sprites for Bowser's Fury, and then once I wrap that up, I got a couple hours left in Twilight Princess, and then I'm going straight into Bravely Default 2, which I'm hoping I can get a review out for that sometime close-ish to the end of March. But we'll see. How about you? What have you been up to?
What have I been playing? So I finished playing Bug Snacks today. I got the platinum in that. So that's nice. I also picked up Thomas Was Alone. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's like a 2D platformer and like I'm only a little bit into it, but like you the whole premise is like you're like this
Is it
artificially
an indie game?
yeah, it's an indie game. It's like $10 usually, but it's a buck 49 right now on PlayStation. So, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I decided to jump into it. But like the whole thing is like it's a 2D platformer, but like you play as a rectangle, and it's like there's a lot of narration, like telling you like your character is Thomas and he's this red rectangle, but like there's all this narration for like what Thomas is thinking. But then you meet other rectangle. So like you get like a square rectangle, and his name's Chris, and he's just like I don't know what I think about this Thomas fellow. And then then you meet get a really tall rectangle, and his name is John, and he's like he's a people pleaser. So like he's just like I want to show these guys what my skills are. But it's just like so far like I've only played it for like half an hour so far, but it's just like oh you have to like toggle between the different shapes to try and make your way through the all area. So like Chris can't really jump very high or anything, so you kind of need to like have him jump on Thomas and then jump up to the next platform, and like or like you have to like move them so like you can get like Chris onto Thomas, and then then from Chris jumps from Thomas onto John, and then onto the next platform. So it's like a little bit of problem solving as you're doing the platforming, which is a bit fun. But also, I'm like, I had picked up Yakuza 0 at some point,
Nice.
and like I've spent a few hours in that. Like I've heard so much people talk about Yakuza recently,
Yakuza.
and I'm just like Yakuza, like Kiryu's story sounds interesting because like everyone who talks about him, it's just like Kiryu. Like here's the common description I hear about Kiryu. It's just like he is a god that doesn't know he's a god, and he has magical fists that he can punch someone into being a better person. And I was just like, it just like every time I hear someone describe this series, it's always like such an over the top fun way. And I was just like, this seems like something I could get into if it's this silly. And like, but like a lot of the discussion I've been hearing is actually like around like a dragon and like a dragon storyline. Oh, because like you hear, oh, like I've been hearing this, it's like your weapons in that game you have to go to a sex shop for, and like you're attacking people
Sounds like Yakuza.
with a giant vibrator, and I'm just like, that seems like such a silly game and something that's so up my alley, but like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend $60 on like
Like a
a
dragon.
dragon right now. It's just like I'd like to go for a sale, and even then, this is like right next week, um like a dragon comes to PS5 as well. It gets a so it's like I'll wait for the PS5 version, and maybe I'll wait for a sale or something. So, but like I'm get tempted to try to really dip my toes into Yakuza right now.
I would say, Like a Dragon is a great game. I can't wait to. I'm gonna pick it up on PS5 because I had it on Series X, and it's like it's an RPG, but it's like a good feeling RPG because
Because
it's
like
obviously set in a literal real world environment. So like like the imagination is just running wild in that game because like it's not a fantasy setting, but and it's even cool because I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. That game is sweet, and I would definitely pick it up when it comes to PS5.
yeah. So that's what I've been up to. So anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into our news. So earlier today
Whoa.
there was a Pokemon Presents. Do you wanna tell us a little bit about the Pokemon Presents?
All right. Man, where do I start? So, man, this was people were just going crazy waiting for this to come. Like it wasn't gonna come. Like, come on now, we all knew it was gonna come. It's just a matter of time. One thing I want to say though, I want to start with this because I okay. Now, never ever ever believe rumors, leaks, this, that, and the fourth. Always take them with a grain of salt. But ever since I've been like I was became ever since I turned 18 and kind of got like had my own job and could afford like video games and things like that, and I kind of got a little more into like the Pokemon community, just because I had like my own smartphone, this, that, and the fourth. But I started following, like not following, but I would like listen to the rumors and the leaks and stuff like that. Literally ever since 2016, not one like, well, yes, a bunch of, but like not one like rumor that's picked up steam has ever been wrong. Literally since 2016, and it blows my mind because so many people are like, the rumors, don't believe it. I'm like, but dude, like literally the same guy said this like a year ago and it was true. Why would we not believe him? So, like, dude, even Sword and Shield was literally spoiled month. Pokemon Let's Go. There was a literal screenshot and not footage, but like text for that a year before it came out. Everyone wrote it off. And then this like it's with every single Pokemon game I see, and people are just like, "Oh, it's all right. It's not true." And then I'm like, "I don't know, guys." And then literally when I texted you, the trailer for this was out before, and that's like the same guy. And I was just like, man, like I was just thinking about it. I'm like, dude, every single time, like I've put some stock into a rumor from some random person on 4chan, Reddit, wherever it may be, it's been true.
mean,
Um,
here's the thing for me. I just don't like being strung along and waiting for something for forever. It's just like I would much rather we be on a cycle where like we get one big announcement for a game and like it's out like a month or two later. It's just like
oh yeah, that'd be nice.
I hate these like cycles. Like we found like we got the trailer for Breath of the Wild 2 at E3 2019 and
News on that later.
it's just taking it's just like we're taking forever, and every time like Nintendo says like, oh, we're gonna have an announcement now, everyone's just like, is it gonna be Breath of the Wild 2? Is it gonna be Breath of the Wild 2? I just want the game to be for like the less I know about something the better. It's just like
Yeah,
I it's not like I'll happily enjoy the content like that's officially put out, but like I don't want to be like, and I don't want to be like led to believe something else that's coming out through a third party. So like even though there may be truth in a lot of old rumors, that like the details I think often get fuzzy in them. Like even all in like right later on we'll talk about like all the Final Fantasies news, but it's just like I'm like there's wording around like the all around the like upgrade for PS5 that I'm just like, is this, do I get like, I'm not sure, is this like, do I get the upgrade to to like this
you get the
new
free upgrade. Yeah,
version? Like, does it come
you get
with
the
the new content or?
no. So you get for if you have the PS4 version digitally or physically, you get a free upgrade to the PS5 version. What's exclusive to the PS5 version is the Yuffie episode.
All right,
That's only on PS5. But you do so yeah, you straight get that.
so I'm
To
not
the
so
extra $10 is for the Yuffie episode,
so
but
so
you get the upgrade for free if you bought it on PS4.
okay. All right, so I get the additional, so we're gonna get the additional content for that then.
Yeah, you get the all the upgrades, but in terms of the Yuffie episode, like the DLC, you have to pay $10 for
Oh,
that,
okay, so I have to get pay $10 for the additional content. Okay, that's not bad then. Oh, but
which
so
is weird because that's Square.
yeah.
Like, whoa, like holy! I was waiting for them to be like, you know what? We know that PS5 games are $70, so this is gonna be 80.
All right.
Like,
But yeah, but we're getting a little bit ahead of us. All, but so that's a good. So that's interesting. But all, yeah. My thing is with rumors is look, I just don't want to be led astray and like be like putting my hopes up and like waiting for something. It's just like even like back in 2017, we got a Metroid announcement and we got the Bayonetta announcement, and like those have been wrapped with problems, and like we still have
God,
like it's just like it's
way to
part
talk
of
about a game. Good grief.
it's just like it's part of that stuff. It's just like I'd much rather just not like I'd rather wait for the official announcement, or I'd rather wait for them to like start giving me the news when the game's around the corner. It's just like, and like because then like we just keep walking around in circles talking about the same things. Like it's just like when the Mario collection was like leaked or like was
God,
rumored
literally
last year, it was
rumored.
like it took like 6 months for that game to actually properly get announced,
Announced.
and then it's
Holy.
just like we were talking like it seemed like people were talking about it every other week, and I'm just like I don't want to hear anything else about it until we actually get some proper information.
Yep, and then there was the oh, are they gonna remake every game? Oh, of course not.
So,
Like I remember that was a big debate. Like one side was like they're gonna remake every single like 64 Sunshine and Galaxy. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just gonna literally emulate them or port them over. All right, but back on to Pokemon here. So
yeah.
finally got the Pokemon Presents. So okay, well, there's a cool little trailer which they do every single game. Like, but what was cool about that one was they acknowledged other games that they rarely touch on. Normally, it's all the main series ones, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
but
then we
it went
got
on a bit too long, in my opinion.
yeah, it was 10 minutes, which was like half of the presentation. And gosh, that Okay, Pokemon Company, never ever 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 do a YouTube premiere again. That was so laggy. That was terrible.
Am I the only one that didn't have problems with that?
Oh my, it was like probably like every 10 30 seconds I just it just lagged.
I didn't. I didn't have that problem.
But after that we got some more information on Pokemon Snap, which kind of sucks because I feel like Pokemon Snap just got like just swept under the rug. But I mean, it's Pokemon Snap. It's a big year for Pokemon. Pokemon Snap's gonna do well. And I'm stoked on that. But more importantly, um, so whoa, we got the announcement of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Very, very, very faithful remakes
Yeah.
to Diamond and Pearl. Like these are like, and you know what's funny to me? Someone said, like, how can you be mad? This is literally the game you played as a kid, but just looks better.
Yeah.
Like, how can like,
It's
and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Dawn in a room, I was a little like, huh? But then I was like, you know what? That's what Pokemon Pearl and Diamond are to me. And
yeah.
like they're giving me a faithful recreation of that. Sure, I'm happy with it. You know, I like it. What's your take on it?
I mean, I think it's a bit weird. Like, I was kind of expecting more like what like the 3DS games look like at the end. Like, I wasn't expecting a Sword and Shield style version of the game, but like I was expecting something that looked similar to like all like
Let's go.
Alpha Sapphire and
And
Omega
Omega Ruby.
Ruby. Like
Okay.
I was expecting something more like that, but that like it seems like they took that and then they walked back half a step. So it's like a middle ground between like the regular game, like Diamond and Pearl, how it was, and like between it being all that and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So
Yeah, even in like the um the battle animations, like when like it goes from like the chibi, very faithful, like almost look like it's the 3D to like, and then when they start the battle information and battle sequence, you see like the full model of your trainer and like, so yeah, it you're right, it is like a hodgepodge kind of blend of those. What do you think of the overall top down look though? Are you happy that this is a very faithful recreation of Diamond and Pearl, or are you like kind of wanted a bit more?
mean, I'm gonna be like, I'll be perfectly happy with like the minute to minute gameplay and look of it, but like what I've said to you already today and is just like I would, I hope that we get a Delta episode like expansion onto this game. Like I would love to see some like we do something with art. Like I would love if we had like a proper event at the end of this game where we got to capture RCS. Like it's not like the
I don't. I think Legends is just gonna be that. I honestly think this is gonna be like 1-to-1 Diamond and Pearl,
yeah,
which sucks.
that's the only thing that like that will like I'll happily buy the game. I'll play a game. I'm gonna just get one of the versions, but it's just like
Ooh, which one are you
I
getting?
I mean, I was a Diamond person
Okay,
when
good.
it
Because
came
I'm
out
Pearl.
before, and I'm probably gonna stick with Diamond. So, oh, but like I don't think they're gonna add many Pokemon. It's just like I just like to see them do something a bit different on the story, or like you get the because I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong that the Giratina was in the original games,
No,
like
it was in
Diamond and Pearl,
Platinum.
and like was added on in Platinum. But
Yeah, it
it's
was
just
added
like,
in Platinum with the Distortion World.
yeah, I expect there to be a distortion world and
That'd be cool.
whatnot, and like do that in a new and different, interesting way. But
If
that's
they if they do that, that would be cool. If they can throw in those the some of the elements of Platinum into it, that would honestly be awesome because in all if if this is the main game, the mainline games we're getting, and so Legends is a mainline game too, that would be our definitive, you know, third, whatever you want to call it. So I don't think they're going to give us a third game out of these.
yeah,
What was interesting when I first saw these, so when I was talking to you about Let's Go Sinnoh, something I thought about something, and I was like, when you think about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, in a way, they were kind of sequels because they weren't true remakes of Yellow, Red, or Blue. I mean, they followed those games very faithfully, but they were kind of still their own thing. There was things that happened in those games that obviously did not happen in Red and Blue, and you saw Red and Blue, and they were older, so it took place in a different point in time too. And I was thinking, and I was like, you know what? I don't want that to happen with Diamond and Pearl because those are my favorite games. It's my favorite region. So I wanted them to be like faithful. Like I wanted another experience just like how I experienced in those games. So when I thought about that and I saw these, I was like, you know what? This is like exactly what I want. I'm really um, content with it. Now, the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is this is not being done by Game Freak. So this is the first time they've actually outsourced a mainline game. This is being done by
Maybe that's why it
Ilka.
looks so faithful to the originals then.
Yeah, this is being done by Ilka, but Junichi Masuda is tied to it. So I mean, it's not going to lose its luster. But I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I mean, I was stoked. This is literally Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Diamond, like we know, which is awesome. It's going to be full price too, so it is $59.99. No surprise there.
Yeah.
But I guess the more important thing would be, whoa, dude, Legends.
Yeah,
Holy!
let's
And
go.
let me just say, did I not tell you when I talked about something I'd want from Pokemon was this
Yeah, you
literally something.
definitely you had to remind me what it was earlier, but yeah, I definitely remember us having that conversation. This is gonna be
Like,
cool. I'm excited about it. It's just, I mean,
dude, I when I saw the footage from Nintendo
do,
Everything
do you
and
want to
sent it
give
over
a
to you.
quick description of what we saw for the people listening?
Yes, so Pokemon Legends is it's a prequel. Or what did the Pokemon Twitter call it? A pre-make? um um they said you get the remake and the pre-make. So it's a prequel essentially set in like feudal era Sinnoh. Um, and oh, okay, literally, like I hate to say it, but take Breath of the Wild and like throw in Pokemon.
No,
That's pretty much like
like
that's
even the music and like how like the animation or whatnot at the beginning, like how it like went into like that kind of like all the drawing, paintings and whatnot. Like that's very much like how that music sounds like gives off a lot of Breath of the Wild vibes. Like it's like the story of Hyrule is also the story of Calamity Ganon, and it's just like it sounded so much like if you probably put this trailer and like that trailer next to each other, it probably sound a lot alike.
it's funny. Someone actually did that with the beginning of the Legends, not the beginning, but that one point in time, one of the protagonists is sitting like standing cliffside, and it does like that pan in thing and pan out. And someone matched that up with Link when he comes out, and it pans out. It literally is like exactly the same. Which was really cool. And also, what's nice about this is that now that they've outsourced more a mainline game to another company, that means they get more time to work on this. So they're not working on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They're working on this. They've outsourced that. So that means they can really kind of hone in on this and perfect it. And man, like I'm just really happy to see where this goes. Like, what could this mean?
Yeah,
Could there be more? Could like
that that
oh man.
that first like that shot where like I was just like they're not doing this, and then they had that moment where the trainer threw the Pokeball at the Shanks all while like they were walking around. I was just like they're doing it. I get
Bro.
all
So
sorts.
did you watch the link I sent you before this or no?
No, not really.
Okay, good. Okay, so I did see it before it was announced, and that when I texted you, I was like, dude, if this is legit, I'm gonna be so happy. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, it can't be. Like, it's too much of a fever dream. It can't be. And then once I saw, and oh, what do you say? It was like, oh, and another story awaits, and I was like, wait, what? And so I saw this, and I was just like, holy crap, this is it. this is literally it. And so when we were talking about the starters, apparently the reason why they went with those three, Cyndaquil represents the volcano, Oshawott represents a samurai for samurai, and Rowlet represents an archer, which were all staged in feudal Japan. So it goes with the theme of uh, of Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is super cool that they did that. And it's also just kind of refreshing. Like it's not some like it's not the Sinnoh. It's just like a hodgepodge of other starters. But like I'm so excited to see where this goes. I have so many questions though too. Like how is this going to play out? Like are we? So obviously this is set in a time before there's even a Pokedex for the Sinnoh region. So like are we simply just collecting data this whole time or I mean we did see the video the video did show some battles. So how does that play out? What is your take on that? Where do you think they're kind of theming this towards, and where do you think they're going to go with this?
I mean,
And before I ask that, let me tell you this is a mainline game, so
so
it's not like a spinoff.
so here's the thing with it being Pokemon Legends Arceus. Arceus is going to be a big part of the overall story, in my opinion. So it's just like it'll be.
Why do you think that?
I mean, like because all
I'm just
Pokemon
kidding.
game.
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding.
it's just like do I really have to explain that one to you? So it's just like it'll be interesting to see. It's just like how do Palkia and Dialga come into this? Is like is it showing like something against space and time there? Is are we going to see the creation of Giratina where Arceus like Giratina is supposed to be like all of like the impurities of Arceus that have been like all dispelled from him? Or like are we gonna see anything with all of the plates from Arceus. Like in Sinnoh, as you go across the land, there's all these different plates, and those are actually like part of Arceus, or like, well, if you use those plates on Arceus, it actually changes his form. Technically, like I think like there's a color different, like it's like a slight color change in the pixels or something, but all is just like they're technically from Arceus or whatever. So it's just like, are those going to be MacGuffin in the game? Is just like so it's just like there's a lot of different things that they could do with it, and I'm interested to see what it is. It's just like it'd be cool if like Legends is just like this. I don't think they're gonna do it, but it'd be cool if like
No,
the Legends series became its own thing, and like
it
it
could.
was
It
it was
could.
like it like a lot of the lore like that we've seen in the Pokedex is actually like in those games. So it's just like people like if like they had ghost Pokemon and people were actually afraid of the ghost Pokemon because if you read Pokedex entries on ghost Pokemon, they do some messed up
They're just
stuff.
yeah, dude. There's some disturbing ones on there. Um, it could. So here's what we can infer from the information we've gotten. So we know for a fact that they've literally outsourced um, the remakes to another company. That's the first time they've done that with a
Yeah.
mainline game. So they're open to giving it to someone else and working on something they might be a little more passionate about. Here's the thing that's pretty polarizing about Legends and just Pokemon is one of those franchises, as we know that's like it's worse than Call of Duty when it comes to its formula. It is cemented in its formula. Like to tell a Pokemon fan they can't do things they can do in a Pokemon game is very, it's like, wait, what? Even with all the controversy surrounding Sword and Shield, they did phenomenally well. But that was a core Pokemon game. Like that, they're the only thing that shook things up was the wild area, but it was still a core Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that this react Legends react sales wise. But you know what? I think it's going to do good because this is what most people want. Like, but at the end of the day, what we have to remind ourselves is, Pokemon's not catering to us. We're not their core audience here. So it really depends. It could go either way. I think it's kind of blows my mind that they just threw shining the remakes over to like another team like here handle this and like The development and the cost in this is probably minuscule to how much this game's gonna make. But it's cool. Like I want Legends to do good, and I want it to take off, and I want it. And this is what I think we're gonna see going forward. I think they're gonna take the Call of Duty approach, where they're essentially maybe not be three teams, but we'll get the Let's Go series, we'll get the mainline series, and then we'll get Legends.
Well, how
And I
about
think I think they're gonna build that formula. I
is it
think
gonna
that's and I think
is it gonna be four ones? Because you could do Legends, the regular series, like what like our core franchise that we come to know, the all Let's Go series, and then they could continue outsourcing all these the remake games to another studio.
I think they could do that. And I think if they do that, it would be like a case by case basis with the remakes. I don't. I can't. I don't. I mean, I know there's definitely a lot of nostalgia with Gen 4. There's a lot of nostalgia with every generation, but I don't know why they went the chibi route. I don't know why they wanted to be so faithful to. I honestly don't know. Maybe this was like a their something to fall on just in case Legends doesn't do well, or like I don't. Maybe they said, okay, look, we'll give the core fans this, and we're going to experiment with this and see how it goes. Honestly, I don't. It's like it's never been done before, so it's like there's nothing we can really like. You know what I mean? I'm so curious. I have so many questions on
So
how this is going to go.
I have one question I want to give you. So
Hmm.
how do you think? I think like I don't I'm overly cautious because I don't want to like get my hopes up too high. It's just like it's going to be a Pokemon game. They're not going to change it up that much. But like this is obviously very different. But like,
Very different.
what do you think they're gonna do with items? Like I was saw one of my friends on Facebook is just like, well, what if we bring back the apricorn system for making Pokeballs? It's just like, do you have to craft your own Pokeballs, or like do you have to collect items out in the wild to like make your own potions and everything? Because I imagine that we're not going to have as many towns in this. From the looks of the
Oh,
trailer and
dude.
how they sounded in the trailer, it's just like it sounds like you might have just the one central town and you go off to different areas.
Yeah, I
So it's
was I
just
was I
like,
was worried about that. I was worried about that. Now,
so do you think that they'll bring crafting into this in some regard, or do you and like the wild like their area here is just like it doesn't look like there's many trainers in there. Like this could be a very small portion of the game. I mean, probably is
yeah.
a very small portion of the game that we've seen so far. But it's just like, could it be like less focused on like, oh, you're gonna be a billionaire at the end of this game, and more like this is like you have to craft your items and like you need to be able to make things yourself rather than just going to town and buying everything out of the Pokemon.
Now, I mean, I think obviously we know that, it's set in a feudal area, so technology hasn't really advanced much. I mean, take a look at their Pokeballs. Like they look really primitive but cool. I love that design. I honestly I don't know how deep they're gonna go with the how primitive, these are. I don't know if it's gonna be like a not only do you have to craft your own items, but you also have to like set something up for your Pokemon to like rest in and heal them in that way. So honestly, I do think they'll have a dedicated hub where you can like rest, or like hubs scattered throughout where you can do all that stuff. I personally don't think we'll have like a crafting element like that. From what I'm reading here, it says the Pokemon Legends RCS game honors past Pokemon games' core gameplay while infusing new hmm, action and RPG elements. Action.
So it
Let me
is
see.
so it's just like being like the action stuff is like being more in the world. So
Okay,
it's
so
just
more
like
mobile. Maybe we'll be climbing, maybe
yeah,
doing.
it's just like
Okay.
rather than like incorporate like how we see in that trailer, it seems like you don't go into a separate battle screen when you encounter a Pokemon. It's just like I like don't we see a bit of a battle in this presents, but like we don't see how that battle starts. So it's just like
Yeah,
I would
you
like
do.
it
I'd
if
love
it's
to
just
know.
like you get within a certain range of the Pokemon. Like if it's an aggressive Pokemon, it just automatically
Yeah.
shifts into the oh into the battle screen because we you did see that it is still turn based. It isn't like you have, because like one thing like that I thought about at one point is just like you, it's not like that Breath of the Wild type thing where like you hit ZR to change between your weapons and then like you have your four face buttons that like each does a different move or anything like that. It's not that, but like it's still turn based. So it's just like it'll be interesting seeing if like how much of a separation there is between the exploration of the world and fighting Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on that because I would personally I would like to battle every wild Pokemon, but it gives that level of immersion where like maybe we go up to a Shinx and the Shinx is just harmless. Like you can just catch it, you know, it's no sweat, no problem. And then you I would love your idea where it's like, okay, we're going up to a Tyranitar. He's a little more aggressive. It's not just going to be like you have to kind of like survey, see how he goes. Um, Oh my gosh, dude. It could be like, okay, so like let's say you're going into the wild area, you see a Tyranitar, and you have to kind of like survey it, see how it goes, find its patterns, then you like leave, come back, and like it's a process to like get the capture all the correct data on this and then finally battle it and
No, I
capture
mean
it.
that's
I don't
not
know how.
that's not
Mhm.
exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like it's just like instead of like how in the wild area like you run up and you have to physically touch like the Pokemon on the screen. Like it's just like you just get within like 10 feet or whatever of the Pokemon, and that then it just shifts into the battle screen without it like having to do like the whole like stop and like it like the whole everything stops and everything, and then it loads into the thing. It's just like it just you come within 10 feet of the thing and your just battle menu pops up and you go into the thing without having to stop or anything like that.
I think yeah, I totally think they're going to do that. I think not going to be. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think wild battles will break the pace at all. I think you'll literally be like you'll jump right in. I don't even think there will be a transition
Yeah,
screen.
that's what I'm talking about.
I think
But
you'll literally like seamlessly go into the battle. But I
yeah,
think it's gonna be like what you're saying earlier a bit. I think it's gonna be dependent on the Pokemon and its level of aggression and things like that. But some more information that we have here. It says you'll need to catch, survey, and research wild Pokemon in a long gone era of the Sinnoh region to create and complete the region's first Pokedex. To catch Pokemon in the Pokemon Legends Arceus game, you can observe them to learn their behavior, then carefully sneak up, aim your Pokeball, and let it fly. You can also have your ally Pokemon battle wild Pokemon, and then that you hope to catch. Just throw the ball holding your ally Pokemon near a wild Pokemon, and you'll seamlessly. What? Okay, so here we go.
no. Oh, so you get so you decide if you go into the battle with them. So it's just like so
I
you.
think. I think.
That's
Let me read this. So
so
you
like
can also
so, oh so
you can.
oh yes.
All
Oh,
right.
that
Let
sounds
me.
great. Like I don't
Okay. Let
think
me.
I think that I don't think this game is gonna jive with you that much because like I think when I think of you like you seem more into turn based like JRPGs, but like if you,
I'm on board. I really love this. Like this is what I want. Like I
oh,
love this idea of just this primitive. Like oh my gosh. But so this says, okay, you can also have your ally Pokemon battle wild Pokemon that you hope to catch. Here's how you do it. Just throw the Pokeball holding your ally Pokemon near a wild Pokemon. You'll seamlessly enter battle and command your Pokemon by choosing from moves it knows. Okay, so
I'm
it
so
oh my gosh,
excited
so
right
you're right.
now.
So you are right. It's seamless. Okay, so here's some more information.
I'm so excited.
You'll be brought into the Sinnoh region, the setting for Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl games, but this story unfolds in a long gone era before ideas such as being a Pokemon trainer or having a Pokemon League even existed. So what does that mean?
I think it would mean like it's like this isn't gonna be like all your eight. You're not doing your
So
8 gym badges here. Like
yeah,
whatever
so
this
how's
is.
progression? Is it just I don't know how I feel about that. Is it just your I guess, huh? Is it literally solely based around just filling, like finding Pokemon? Here's another question though. How many? How many?
I mean,
The original Sinnoh decks had 430.
I don't really care too much.
Um,
I mean,
okay, well, I have some more
as
information.
as someone who
Uh,
has a who has a full living Pokedex, except for Zygarde. I mean, not Zygarde, Zarude. Zarude. Oh, but it's just like that's. Oh, it'll be interesting and it'll be different and like whatever it is, are like everything that you're telling me. I'm just like I'm totally down for. It's just like us like it could be 300 Pokemon. It's like could be like less Pokemon. Could be like oh, it's just like for me. It's just like
it could
I
be
don't
50.
care. No, not 50. It has to be at least 150. Like it has
All
to
right,
actually
I have a little bit of more information.
there
So
needs to
this
be
says
like a good amount of depth, but like I do not care if they have like the full
Sinnoh
the full decks here. It's just like this it'd be cool, like it would be awesome if it was there. But I want you to balance this world. I wanna get like some fun gameplay. I wanna like throw out some weird stuff. Like I am like very open for this. It's just
So
like give
it says
me a
here
whole new experience.
all around you'll find Pokemon living wild in harsh environments that make for a Sinnoh unlike the region you may remember from the days of the Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl games. The Pokeballs of old were apparently built a little differently from the ones we know so well. They were made mostly of wood and steam puffed from their tops when Pokemon were caught. That's kind of cool. Okay, and obviously it has the starters here. So you have Rowlet, Cyndaquil, Oshawott. Um, okay, here's a little bit of information about Arceus. Holding the key to this tale is the Pokemon known as Arceus. Arceus is said to have shaped all there is in this world. Oh, okay. It says just how is this mighty Pokemon connected to your journey? So not a lot of information. Um, okay, wow. Okay, so it gives us, man, I don't know. I don't know. So how's progression going to be? What do we do? Is
I
it
mean,
literally just creating the Pokedex and that's it?
I imagine
Oh,
it's going to be
okay.
like somewhat mission
Whoa,
based.
wait a minute. 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 Okay, I just okay, wait, what?
What are you reading?
Apparently, wait, what?
You're gonna have to tell me what's going on. What?
Apparently, okay, apparently this is tied to Team Galactic somehow.
Hmm.
Wait, what? Okay, so oh my gosh. Wait, what?
What? How does where does it say Team Galactic? Where? What are you looking at right
Okay,
now? You're
so
not
on the
making for good podcast right now.
so I'm sorry, I'm just so caught off guard by this. So, okay, on the Pokemon's website, you see some images of the protagonist, and they have this emblem on the side of their jacket, and apparently in kanji, it represents Team Galactic.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
So yeah, definitely have to see what's going on with that.
But
Um,
going back to progression, it's just like I think it's gonna be mission based. You're gonna have like you're gonna be like a research assistant or something or to someone in a town, and you'll be like they'll tell you to like go off somewhere over here, explore this area, or like go find someone over here. It's gonna be a lot more like mission based, like oh exploring a certain type of area, trying to investigate what's going. Like there may be like an incident in an area. So it's like or something like that, or you might need to go get a Pokemon to do something in the town. Is my personal opinion. It's it's I or like yeah, I think it's gonna there'll be different events going out in the world, and you're gonna have to go and investigate different things rather than it being focused around a gym badge system.
so I guess maybe I mean it's probably too early to tell, but um I don't, the only thing I'm really concerned about is the battle system so far. I mean, and I only say that because like I do like a somewhat of like a group of people to battle. Like, I don't want to just aimlessly
No,
battle
they'll
the
be.
same wild Pokemon over. So, but what even it says before trainers or league existed. So
I
how
mean,
does
well,
that?
like the idea of a trainer, I think means something very specifically. It's just like whereas like you have people with partner Pokemon or like they I don't think like this whole idea of like I'm gonna train people just to for the purpose of battling. I don't think that's quite it. Like I think you might have people that are masters of something, maybe I mean, I don't think we're gonna have this is gonna be a straight up and down like comparison to gym badges, but like remember in Sun and Moon with like trials, I imagine maybe you might be sent off to a different master, like a master of like rock type Pokemon, and like you like someone because I imagine there in this
Oh my
world
gosh,
there's different people that
that's
have become
beautiful.
proficient in different things or know Pokemon that can do that are like that have a specialization for something. So if you're trying to create a Pokedex and like an accumulation of knowledge, wouldn't you want seek out these people that have naturally gained like an expertise in a certain type of field? So it's just like you might be doing things that like have like along the lines of what we did for the trials in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but it's not framed around getting to a league or anything.
Um, I suppose. I mean, I got to be honest with you. They've shaken up the formula so much here that I'll honestly be happy with. I'm happy just because it's different. Like
Yeah.
literally, I'm already on board just because of how much they've changed things. Um, and here's the thing: like if you don't like Legends, go play the remakes. Like you'll still have something. And I don't want to hear anything about these games being 59.99. And I'm talking about the remakes. Don't buy them. Like seriously, if you don't like a hot take, um, if you have you're entitled to your opinions. You're entitled to feel the way you are, but don't complain about the games. Just don't buy them. You don't
Yeah,
have to buy them.
because
Seriously, just don't.
here's the thing: it's just like this is a remake. Like they are, those are all new assets. They are building a whole new like it's very much one to one based off of the worlds of Diamond and Pearl. But like it is very much they're remaking a whole new set of assets and everything. Like there's a whole new set of programming here. This isn't a simple upscaling or anything like that. So like
And
this
can I
is
ask
the
you?
work of a full game. So it should stand to reason that it costs the price of a full game.
And can
As
I
a,
ask you a question, Dane?
what?
When has Nintendo not released a first party game uh at not at a full MSRP?
Yeah, I mean they've done it a few times on in the Wii U era, but like that was the Wii U era, and they were just trying to stay afloat with the Wii U.
And also, in case anyone doesn't know, it does cost Nintendo more to manufacture games on a cartridge.
Yeah.
Like they do pay more, but not by a lot. But yeah, okay, off
Okay.
of that
Well,
tangent.
anyway, now that we are 48 minutes into this episode,
Oh my gosh,
we
I could keep going
yeah,
about.
it's like I think we're both pretty hyped, but like we're gonna get through some PlayStation news this week as well because
Sorry, PlayStation.
I mean like so
uh,
the first thing I want to touch on real quick is I mean here's the thing, it's the end of the financial year. PlayStation wants people to invest. How is PlayStation going to invest? They're going to put out a lame blog post that says PSVR 2 is in the works. We have no picture. Like, we get some, like, oh, there's nothing really going on. It's still connected with a single cord, it's not wireless or anything. And they're talking about they are creating new controllers for this, so you're no longer going to be using the PS Move controllers, like they did for the original VR. As it's like so, but like it's such like a hey, it's in the works type post. So, what do you think about that?
well, hey, they are literally the leading manufacturer and for VR. PSVR is the best-selling VR headset.
I think,
So I mean,
I
they
think,
lead. They lead. They control. They don't control, but I mean, they hold pretty much most of the market on this. I'm not gonna get it honestly. I didn't get PlayStation VR. It's too gimmicky for me. It's definitely something I'd spend who knows how much it costs on and put it down after 10 minutes and it would collect dust. And I
Yeah,
already do that with enough stuff as it is. So yeah, it's not for me. But for hey, I think it's cool that innovation's cool and they want to try something unique and a different spin on it. Sure, just not for me. How about you?
man, I'm into it. It's just like, man, I'm excited about it, but like, what, like, my dad bought the Oculus Quest, and like, that's all. So like, I can go play that if I really want to. And it's just like the main thing I really want to play in VR is Beat Saber. It's just like, but like, if this comes out, like, and they have something interesting, and they have, and like regarding leading manufacturer, I mean, like, I would beg that at some point soon the Oculus Quest's gonna outdo them because like well, like I see those things shipped out all the time or people go crazy for those things. So I wouldn't be surprised if Oculus is well on its way to beating out PlayStation if it hasn't already. All
Oh yeah,
but
they've got something in the works.
yeah, all. But it'll be interesting. It'll be like PSVR one seemed very much like a tech demo thing. And like they're like PSVR, I think it's still working its way into being a mainstream platform. Like right now, it's kind of like a niche thing. It's like I'm excited. I mean, I'm interested in it. We'll see what games have actually come out for it, and but that's gonna be so far away. Um, Moving on, I also want to go over. We also got the earlier today. We got our announcements for the PS Plus games for March. So we got our Final Fantasy VII remake, Farpoint VR, Remnant from the Ashes, Maquette, and that's a PS5 game. So it's like Final Fantasy VII remake. We got some news. We'll talk about something in a minute. Oh, that was just like I've been meaning to get it on into it. I've already bought it, so I'm a bit upset that I bought it, and now if I had waited, I could have just gotten it for free. Remnant is a survival game. I'm probably not gonna play that. Farpoint is VR. Maquette sounds interesting. Let me read you the description for Maquette. All that is tiny is simultaneously huge in this intriguing first-person puzzler designed around an Escher-esque recursive simulation, making its PlayStation 5 debut as part of next month's PlayStation Plus lineup. Maquette sets you in the center of a world, the rules of which are very different from our own. Solutions to puzzles require you to twist the world recursively, manipulating the landscape of a diorama will see those changes mirrored in the life-size version that surrounds you. If you get perplexed by a puzzle, you can call PS5's Game Help for helpful hints. Solve Maquette's tougher conundrums. I mean, like, I haven't even looked at a trailer for this yet, but like the image that I'm seeing here looks cool, and it's just like I'm a fan of puzzler games. They're always fun, so I'm definitely going to be trying that when that comes up when we get that.
Uh, I gotta be honest, dude. Um, I'm probably not gonna touch my PS5 for a while. After I finished Bravely Default 2, I told myself no matter what, I'm playing something on PS5. But man, it's hard to not play my Switch right now.
I
There's just so
can't
much.
get
So much.
away. I can't get away from my PS5 right now.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's just like I'm like playing stuff all the time, and like now that like it's hooked up here in my room as like a DVD player as well. I have like the Pulse headsets for them. As it's like I like last
Oh,
night.
I've been trying to get my hands on those, dude. They're like impossible to find.
Last night, like I got a DVD at Redbox, and I was just like, it's like wait a second.
What's
I
Red
can
Box?
I can I can listen to this movie with my headphones on tonight. And I was like, that was kind of nice, like being able to like stay up and like watch a movie at like 12 o'clock, all and still not worry about waking anyone else up in my house, all. But it's just
You know
like,
what?
and like the trophies and everything. It's just like I'm so much more inclined to sit and like do more work in a game. Like if the you say you really love like Mario, but like you only get the 5 stars or whatever, and that's only like a thing that you'll see at all. Is but like if you were doing that on a PlayStation game, you'd have a platinum trophy, and it'd be
Get the I don't I'm okay, so like obviously I'm a big PlayStation fan. I don't get the platinum trophy hype. Like I will platinum it takes a lot for me to platinum a game and not because I can't or anything, but it's just like I have to really enjoy the game to tell myself I'm gonna like dive deep into it. But I know people who will literally like, and you've done it too. Like, there's this one YouTuber I watch who literally like he went and bought like Barbie's Dream House or something like that, and he was like, it was an easy platinum, and I was just like, you bought a game just to get. I don't get like what is it like the age old like seeing the bar fill kind of thing? Like what is it?
yeah, it's not, but like I'm gonna be a little crude here. It's that DPS, digital penis size.
Ah,
It's just like be like
okay.
comparing it, like dare to compare. It's just like,
Okay.
oh, it's just
It's a
like,
skill.
I mean, like no, like it feels good, like to like just like because like the whole thing of like just whoa, my mic just fell off the thingamabooper, all which I'll have to fix at some point. But anyway, so yeah, I'll fix that at some point. But
I mean, at some points, like I see
it,
trophy lists and I'm just like, dude, I'm not doing this.
yeah, no, it's just like there's some things that like I'll stop at. It's just like if it's not an activity that I enjoy, um, doing. Like, I wanted to get the God of War trophy when I started playing it, but like you get to like there's I've talked about this before on the podcast. Is like there's 2 realms in that like that you need to do for full completion, and they're just like they're they're for OG God of War fans. Like they're like time trials and like all combat
Time trials
focused
one and two.
and well, like as it's like, and that's stuff that I don't enjoy. So it's so
I'll put it. I guess this makes it easier. I'll put it like this for platinums. If I'm playing a game on PlayStation, and this is rare that this happens for a game for me, but if I'm playing a game on PlayStation and I finished it and I finished the post game and I still want more, the trophies give me an excuse to keep playing. But
yeah,
like it's very rare that that happens. And like I said, I have to really enjoy the game. Like I platinum Spider Man remastered because I loved being in that world and just playing a Spider Man and collecting the suits. Like it was fun, so I platinum it. And then we have games like Sackboy, which I really enjoyed. I got pretty much some of the trophies are dumb and like don't ever tie a trophy to a certain like some of the trophies are tied to multiplayer, which are stupid. But then there's some where like I enjoyed the game, but there was some where I was just like, it's. I mean, I got my money out of it. I enjoyed it. I put like over almost 40 hours into that game.
yeah, yeah,
I was like, I'm
because
just done.
yeah, the reason like I bought those 2 easy platinums before was like because like I haven't I mean like I haven't been in the PlayStation ecosystem a whole lot,
Oh
and
yeah, that's
like
right. I always forget about that.
I'm like sitting there comparing my score against yours on PlayStation Network, and I'm just like, well, I want to catch up and get past Dom, so I'm gonna get these 2 easy platinums, so my scores increase. But like, I don't think I'm not gonna like I don't have anyone else on my like I only have one person right now has a higher score than me on it, and it's like 244, and I just broke 220 today. As I was
One
like,
of my
so I'm not gonna.
friends,
It's gonna be a minute before I get close to that. Maybe when I get close, like when I get to 240 and they're still at 244, I might look at some easy platinums. But for the time being, it's just like with Bug Snacks, I got the platinum just because like I was enjoying the game. I was just like, I want to finish. I want to do everything that this game has, and all of their trophies were reasonably within reach.
one of my friends is a that I have on PlayStation is a trophy hunter, and I am going to bring up his he's a platinum trophy hunter or just a trophy hunter. So I'm gonna take a look. I think the last time I
Okay.
looked, he was at like an absurd amount. Let me just see
Okay,
here.
while you're bringing that up, let me just move on to the next thing. There was also a
So,
PlayStation State of Play this week,
oh my
and
gosh, are you ready for this?
what?
He has so his score. I don't. Oh, they changed it. That's right. So he's got 89 platinums. So yeah, holy, 89 platinums. Trophy hunter,
Yeah.
like, and that's what it says is about. Is wow. Okay, all right.
So, so,
Continue,
so,
my good friend.
there was a State of Play this past week. It was mostly focusing on a lot of the indie games that all were shown off in a presentation in the fall. We were talking before this, and like the two biggest things that stood out to me were all, of course, Kina Bridge of Spirits got its well, a release date announcement, which is coming in August, and that was something I'm a bit disappointed with because it had like a soft release date of March, and I was kind of looking forward to playing that.
I was really
But
looking forward to that.
Solar Ash also stood out to me. That we got a trailer for that before, and like that's
It
just
looked
like
cool.
action. That's like action platformer, and
Former,
that's
yeah.
kind of what I'm all about. So that I'm definitely more interested in trying that out when it comes out. And like a lot of people, it's by the same people that did Hyper Light Drifter, and that was also an indie darling when it was released. So it's coming from a good studio, so I'm interested in doing that. But our biggest announcement was at the end of this. We got the announcement of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Was that what the thing was called?
Interguard or Integrate is one of the two. I honestly don't
And
remember.
okay,
The Tetsuya no Nomura is notorious with funky, weird names.
so it's Final Fantasy VII Remake with an added chapter featuring Yuffie and who was the other? What was the guy with her? Do you know?
I don't remember his name, but he's not playable. Apparently, just Yuffie.
Okay, but so we got that announcement. That's coming out in March.
June, I
Yeah,
believe.
June, mid June. So
And so that's also only playable on PlayStation, the PlayStation 5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So you cannot, unfortunately, for anyone who doesn't have a PS5 right now, which is a lot of people, you cannot play that on PS4.
yeah, but go ahead and get that by redeem that Final Fantasy VII remake.
Heck
Um,
yeah, dude.
so
That's a
so
great
when
game
so when
to
you
be on
do
PS Plus.
so when you do get the your PS5, you have that, and then it'll be only a $10. Apparently, it'll only be $10 to get the extra content. So definitely worth it. If you do not have the, if you have a physical copy of the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake, you cannot get that upgrade to it. The upgrade is only for digital versions of the PS4 version. That's
So if you have a physical version for PS4, you can get a free upgrade to the PS digital and physical version for the PS4. Will get a free upgrade to PS5.
Oh wow,
The
really?
only
Because
way,
I read a thing that
yeah,
said
that's
that
those
physical
are,
wasn't getting
and
the.
the only way to get the UFI is you have to have the PS5 version. So it's not playable on the PS4 version. The Yuffie episode is only playable on the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Um, so yeah, you can't play it on PS4 whatsoever. And then to get the upgrade, obviously, if you have the PS4 version and you're migrating to the PS5 version, you just pay $10. Boom. But you have to be playing it. You have to obviously own a PS5 to do so. And then if you don't own it at all and you're getting a PS5, then you can just buy the standard or deluxe version of the PS5 version, which I'll be buying the physical deluxe version. To be honest, I'm pretty stoked. I already knew this was coming. It's been rumored for a while. And Final Fantasy VII is a game that really would benefit from like a PS5 overhaul because they really to 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 squeeze some things down to get it to run on standard PS4, and you can tell. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing it because I was like, dude, this just looks like it was just. It just looks like they had to cut so many corners to get this thing running. It's not. It didn't look as fluid and as as I'd like it to run. So I'm really stoked to. Oh, and there would be save progression too. So I am stoked to jump back into it and, for the PS5 version. Well, what about you?
Man, I'm excited. I mean, like I wanted to play it, but like it's sad that I'm now going to be pushing that back just little bit longer. Oh man, like that was maybe one of the next few games I was gonna pick up. Oh, but so like I've waited a year so far to play it. I can wait a little bit longer to. I can hold off a
Ooh.
little bit longer to play it.
So what they also announced that was not in the PlayStation Direct, and I'm very sorry. So this is stupid, but hey, whatever. They announced um two mobile games. So the first mobile game, I don't know if you remember, but Ever Crisis was um Ever Crisis was there was a patent there was a trademark for it or something like that. But anyway, it came to be that Ever Crisis is one of the mobile games that'll be coming out. And then on top of that, they have another mobile game, which is there's Ever Crisis, and then there's a battle royale, Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. Both mobile games, which Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier is a mobile game, or is a battle royale mobile game, and then the second mobile game is Final Fantasy VII: Ever Crisis, which is a chapter structured single player game covering the whole of the Final Fantasy VII timeline. So that includes events from the original game and all the compilation titles. So yeah, and it's only on mobile. Hopefully they move it to consoles. That'd be kind of cool. And then they also released the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack on streaming services. So yeah, if you want to download that, go ahead. I'm pretty stoked on that because I did like the soundtrack. All right, and that was pretty much the biggest thing for me for when it comes to the PlayStation Direct. That and the launch window for Kina.
All right. All right. Well, is there any other news that you want to go over this week? Oh,
Um,
I got one thing. What did you have anything else you wanted to do?
the 3DS turns 10, so
Oh
that
yes,
makes you
let's.
feel kind of old. 3DS is 10 years, a decade, man, of the 3DS. Wow, that was pretty. Holy moly, came and went. Um, and then there was Zelda's 35th. They didn't really touch on that though. But obviously they're not going to say a word about Zelda's 35th until at least sometime in April until Mario's anniversary is done, which makes sense. Oh, and so a lot of people are pissed off about Skyward Sword being 59.99. What's your take on that? Like
Me,
people are pissed about that.
like I don't know, Nintendo again, Nintendo. It's just like, but like yeah, it's like yeah, Skyward Sword was 69.99 at release with
Oh, Wiimote, yeah,
the Wiimote, and you also got the soundtrack
soundtrack.
to it, and then now you are getting $60 for the game by itself, plus the if you want the special edition controllers, which are going to be a pain in the butt to find, those are $80 as well. So it's just like
And they're online only. You can only get those online.
I'm probably gonna pay a scalper because I paid a scalper for my when I had that Skyward Sword amiibo because I was only through Amazon as well. All
Try
but
my luck with those. I'm hoping they restock them in some. They have to. I
I
mean,
feel I
July is so far away.
mean I'm gonna go out day of and I'm gonna like I'm gonna attempt to get a pre-order and I'm gonna go out day of to see if any stores get them in store like all but yeah I'll probably I won't mind paying like maybe a little over 100 for to get them.
Whoa, whoa!
But like,
I'm not paying more
I don't.
than
I'm definitely not
the
paying
MSRP for those.
more. I'm definitely not paying more than double on them.
Yeah, I'm paying 84.79 for those bad boys. I wanted to get two though because I wanted to get ones I could just kind of have in my collection permanently, and then ones I'd actually use. Because special editions like that, I always hate because once, like, let's say I use those and they break, that's it. Like, good luck trying to get another set of those. So I always get like
Yeah, but you can just
anxiety
do a
with
shell
those.
swap. You can just take off as long as the
Oh,
shell's fine. You could just get another pair and then try and do a shell exchange because that's
yeah, I
all
didn't
they
think about
are.
that.
It's just the shell.
I might look into that actually. That might not be a bad idea. But I'm just hoping I can even get some. I really hope. Hopefully. All right. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for me. What about you?
I just have one thing I want to hit on real quick. A few weeks back, we talked about all BioWare and EA all coming down on a decision on their on Anthem and their redesign that
Dun
they've
dun
been working
dun.
on. Anthem redesign canceled at BioWare. So I
Mm,
don't think that this is really much of a surprise or anything, but it's just like, in the spirit of transparency and
mm.
closure, we want to share that we've made the difficult decision to stop our new development work on Anthem, aka Anthem Next BioWare. Executive producer Christian Daly said in a post on the BioWare blog. We will, however, continue to keep the Anthem live service running as it exists today. All Daly noted that the COVID 19 pandemic and work from home orders had an impact on our productivity. I know this will be disappointing. It also disappointed for the team. Uh, for me personally, Anthem is what brought to Bio. Yeah, so it's just like I was hoping that we'd get a redemption story from BioWare. I mean, from Anthem, and like everyone would come around and be like, it's wonderful. But it's been 2 years since the game came out, and we haven't gotten anything since about it. So it's just like, yeah, it's just like it's sad. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, it came out around this time, 2019. So it's like about 2 years old, and it's just like that point. I don't think this is really surprising, but it is a little bit sad, especially if you were someone that was like eagerly waiting for this 2.0
Yeah,
this
I
Anthem
talked
Next
to
update.
um I talked to um someone at work about it, and they were like, "Yeah, I played it when it came out. It was just boring." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't see, like this game was already like there was no coming back from Anthem. Like they needed to just ditch the project and move on. I mean, even if they did relaunch Anthem, like it's already weighed down just by, yeah. I mean, it sucks, but yeah. But what was interesting from all of that, due to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's performance and how well it sold, apparently they're going to kind of focus more on single player games and kind of start to, like Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age. They're moving towards a action oriented single player game instead of a live service game, because of how well Fallen Order did. So that's cool. So yeah, maybe Anthem could have in another life could have worked well as a single player game and not try to be a live service game.
Yeah. And also a quick thing. I'm not gonna pull up a news story on it, but the the Cyberpunk 2077 patch has been delayed as well, and this one like
Okay, I'll give them this. I get it. I'll give them this one.
because like it's like apparently the like the thing that like happened where they got hacked and it messed with the source code and everything all delayed it even further all so it's just like I mean I'm not rooting for the company, I'm not rooting for the executives, I'm not rooting for the all managers because like they could all go to help, but like just feel sorry for the devs, and I like the devs just keep getting like hit again and again and again. And I'm just like I mean like nobody who works on these and is like an individual develop is like a developer on this wants this to be hearing these stories or anything like that. And I hope for the developer's sake this we eventually stop talking about like because this came out early December and now we're here
Oh,
2 almost 3 months later talking about like all these problems with the game. And I'm just like I just want this game to get fixed and resolved, and I want the devs to be able to finally walk away from this saying that they're finally proud to say like, oh, I worked on Cyberpunk 2077.
I feel like Cyberpunk's kind of stuck in an Anthem stage too. I feel like it's just too late. Like you got to relaunch the game at this point. It's just not only that, it's already marked down at like half price. Like it's I mean, they made money. They made their money, that's for sure. But it sucks because this game could have so much more potential. And they knew that too. And it's like it's tough to recover from the situation that CD Project Red got themselves into. Which that's a story for another day, I suppose. I could honestly go on and on about how oh gosh, sometimes it's just like whoa, you see what these indie devs do and can create, and then you see like greed and capitalism from bigger companies, but they got shareholders, this and the fourth, so it is what it is.
So anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us this week. All right. So, as always, you can follow us at Tanuki Tales on Instagram or at Tanuki underscore Tales on Twitter, or you can find us there, stay up to date with everything that we've been up to, or all and anything else, Dom? Anything else that you'd like to tell our listeners for the week?
Um, I will be doing a video, kind of a reaction, a little bit of an analysis, I guess, for the Pokemon information. So definitely look forward to that. I'll probably have that up. I want to wait for a little more news for that to come, so I'll probably have that up tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it for me.
All right. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.